Good evening, and welcome to the Post-Meridian Radio Players podcast. I'm Jeremy Holstein, writer and editor on the podcast, as well as the current artistic director for the PMRP. Tonight, we're putting aside our regularly scheduled program, the Arsène Lupin adventure, Sherlock Holmes Arrives Too Late, for a special retrospective celebrating 20 years of the Post-Meridian Radio Players. To celebrate, we will not only be airing the very first PMRP performance, Art Obler's Chickenheart, but I'm also joined tonight by two gentlemen who founded PMRP back in 2005, Neil Marsh and Rob Noyes. Welcome, guys, and thanks for joining me.
You're welcome. I think you were inviting us.
Thanks, Jeremy. It's great to be here.
Yeah, no, excited to see where this conversation takes us. I guess the first topic is PMRP, the origin story. How did you guys come up with this group? How did you form it? What's the story here?
The year before, our sister stage theater group, Theater at First, was formed, and I had always been thinking about doing live radio drama. Studio stuff originally, and then doing live stuff began to become more common and more popular, and I thought that would be a great way to get started. And I wanted to do something with Theater at First, but I needed other people to want to do it too. And Rob was in Theater at very first production. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead.
Nice.
Claudius. That was Claudius, yeah. I had a fake beard that time.
And I was working at the time helping out on a film by local filmmaker Chelsea Spear, and we decided that it might be fun to have a fundraiser to help her get some money together to keep working on her. She was doing a filmed version of Tam Lin at the time. So we thought, here's a great opportunity to do our first radio drama.
Well, she had started by holding a fundraiser for a short film first. And so it was like the spring of 2005, it was March.
And snowing.
It was snowing outside. And Neil and I were like, hey, there's this fundraiser going on. They're doing this funny old time radio thing. Let's go take a look. It was at Lily Pad in Inman. So we went out, we had a dinner at the S&S in the snow. And we sat down in this tiny little, art studio and watched a couple of people put on a adaptation of Revolt of the Worms.
It's another classic episode of the show that Chickenheart came from, which we'll talk about.
Oh, Lights Out?
Yep.
But we're watching this together, and Neil and I just keep looking at it, we could do this. And we could do it better.
The fun thing about it was their Foley was just a little table. So for a door, instead of a small sized door, they had a doorknob, one of those demo doorknobs you might find in a hardware store.
Sure.
And then for the slithering of the worms, they used sort of that Mylar foil air conditioning ducting pipes or whatever you call them. But the big thing about that show was that one of the actresses in that show,
oh, she sounded great.
We thought she was terrific. I worked with her very briefly on Tam Lin. But she went on to become very much involved in big broadcast shows. Again, which we'll talk about later. Her name was Juliet Bowler, who many people listening will know.
Sure.
So we were really thrilled to get her to be involved, to kind of come back and be involved later.
This is a tangent, but she auditioned for us first for one of the Tomes of Terror, the second one for Our Miss Brooks. And she did her homework, and she came in and she did a note-perfect Eve Arden. It was unbelievable. Neil, we were just flabbergasted. And it was only later, after she'd been cast, I think after even we were in production, that we realized, oh my God, she was the actress who was in Revolt of the Worms. She's just so good.
She's phenomenal.
She's really good.
But to steer it back, so you're in the S&S, you've seen this production in Lilypad, and you have the idea that you can do this. So what happens next?
I honestly do not remember. I will say that after, if I get my mental calendar correct, after we saw Revolt of the Worms, I put together a collection of a website for internal use that I would send people to. Mm-hmm. And it had samples of classic episodes of various shows, clips of the individual hosts and how they handled their shows, and links to websites about these shows. Of course, they're ubiquitous now, but at the time they were hard to find.
Right.
And I had organized a sort of a get-together, a read-through of stuff just to kind of get people involved. And Rob was not able to make that, but the guy, his name will forever elude me, but he moved away to, I think he moved to Europe shortly after, but he'd been in a couple shows and he made a good version of the character that you play, but then doctor. But I turned 60. Give me a break. So the part I don't remember is what made me think of Chickenheart. I think it was because, and I'm about to mention someone who is no longer popular to talk about, but I remembered a comedy skit from a certain comedian, and he'd done a skit about, as a child, listening to scary shows when his parents would go out. So he mentioned Inner Sanctum, and then Suspense, and then Lights Out. And he talked about an episode that he'd heard about a mutated chicken heart that basically ate up the world. It's a hilarious routine, but I don't, but it never failed to make me laugh my head off. And then I found out it was actually based on a real Lights Out episode. That, I think, was the trigger. And the script itself was not readily available, but there was a guy at the time named Martin Graham, who was the sort of internet aficionado who collected this stuff. And he had a copy of the original script.
Oh, wow.
And he basically made available the script for episodes that no longer existed. So I got the script from him. And I figured out later that the comedian had been inspired by Arch Obler, who pretty much took over Lights Out and ran the show for several years. He came back in the 60s and released an album called Drop Dead. And on Drop Dead, he recreates the final 6 minutes of several episodes of Lights Out. And so he picks up Chickenheart about halfway to 3/4 of the way through. He had cast Hans Conried, the definitive character actor from that period, to play the lead character in that. So initially I had just duplicated that 6-minute version. And then when I got the script from Martin, I adapted the rest of it. To be honest, our Chickenheart is actually the first half of the actual Chickenheart and then the 60s recreation because I liked it better.
There.
It works. So that was it. That was where we were like, okay, this is what we're going to do.
Chelsea Spear again needed a fundraiser for the feature film this time, and I think we put together the whole evening.
We did.
There were other acts. There was poets. There was
Alex Feynman's Atlantis Affair. That was the first play, and he kind of co-opted our Foley people. It was mostly last minute, and I remember Tom Arena just improvised all of the Foley, almost like live. It was really, really good.
And we grabbed some people together, rehearsed Chickenheart a few times. So we learned so much about Foley that first show.
Yeah. There was recreated some of the things that were typical of the time, like the miniature door for all the doors. And
did we make that first door?
No, actually both doors were built by Ron Bryan, who was the superintendent of the condo building that I lived in at the time. He was very enthusiastic about it. He built those doors. He built the walking boards, which I don't think they use those anymore, but because they're so heavy. But they were basically 4x4 squares, inset about 2 inches deep, and then they were filled with cement and covered with porcelain like floor tiles. So they were used for hard surfaces with hard shoes, not so hard surfaces with soft shoes, and they served for a very long time. Those boards were great. And then we had the telephone ringer and the intercom buzzer were built by the late Rich Machi. Though I don't know if those are still around or not. Oh, and then there was the Go filter mic. Got that from the Tony Palermo. Yeah, which is basically, it's made from, at the time they were made from phone parts. So they were used for doing telephone effects. You add a little bit of equalization to make it more phone-like, but
you get a little crunchier.
But it looks fun because Renee Johnson had to use the Go filter to be the secretary. Colonel asked Mr. Albert Lewis is here.
We had a real problem trying to find a plane sound. The plane engine has to drone for the final scene. And the piece that we ended up with, I'm going to try to describe it from memory. I don't have a picture of it, but it looked like a very long stick with a handle, like a turning handle on one side and violin bow across, and you spun it. and you whipped it around, and as you did, it would pick up this.
It sounded exactly like it was a single prop plane.
And you could also alter the pitch with the speed, which was perfect for when the plane needs to heart and.
You can bleep that bit now.
Did I spoil it?
Is the interview
You might have. Yeah. We can.
No,
edit it
no,
out.
we were
It's
just
okay.
flying around, and it was fun. And we decided to buzz the tower for excitement.
So were there no digital effects in the first performance? Was it all practical?
Oh yeah, there were. I mean, you had to have the visuals of the Foley to really sell it. The sounds of the Chickenheart, especially toward the middle part and on, were done with a vat of gelatin in tribute to that comedian's skit, where as a child he spread Jell-O on the floor to stop the Chickenheart and set the couch on fire. So we did not want to do the burning couch. So there was a litter box, basically, I think it was, or it was a kitchen container that you would wash dishes in or something. And we bought a container of gelatin, and we had the little plungers.
There was these. Oh gosh, it was a multi-person affair because there was the plunger sound, there was the sucking sound, and then there was that weird little that flange. Not quite flange. What am I thinking of?
Yeah, that was so good.
Words are tough.
Words are tough. But so it was. Chris was one of. I think
Tom Arena was the other guy.
one of them was sort of palpitating the Jell-O, and then when it came time for the Chickenheart to eat people, just brought the plate up to their lips and just went with the Jell-O.
And it actually Jell-O, sugar-free Jell-O, mind you. That was a requirement of the Foley.
And where was this performed? Was this performed at Unity or?
No, this was performed at First
Right
Congregational
across the
Church of
street from
Somerville,
Unity.
which is where
Okay.
the theater at first got their start there. Then we went on to Unity.
Yeah, we had First Church, then Unity, then we had the
Urban Traumas, which then became what you guys use today.
Urban Promise, Responsible Grace, Boston Brunch Church, Build. Gotta say, I am so proud of y'all because you got your
did.
logo on that church sign. You know, and as kind of go by, it's just what else, so and so Elm Street. It's got this church on. It's got this daycare, and it's got the Post Meridian Radio
right there,
Players.
featuring the logo that
is
you
so
designed,
cool.
Neil.
You made it. You made it when you get your name on the sign.
So I always smile every time I go by that sign. I'm proud of you.
And that makes me happy. All right, let's loop back to the name.
Yeah.
So what was the story of the name?
One of my early ideas for recorded projects was short stories, short audio dramas of like 15 minutes or less. And I just sort of took to calling the project PM. And the reason I did that was because at the time I had become a huge fan of a Canadian radio serial on the CBC called Nightfall, which is really one of the scariest radio shows ever made. And this was 1980s. So I thought I would sort of tip the hat to Nightfall by using PM as a name. I'm like, what could I make with this? And that as a name is not enough. And then what does PM stand for? Which is post meridian. And I thought, oh. And then radio players, of course, was used at the time. So it just made sense to do that. So it's sort of an idea that like after night, after dark is when the scariest things happen. That was kind of the idea.
And it worked well for all of us because everybody who was involved with this project were nocturnal.
Pretty much.
Fit right in.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
There was a show, if you've seen the website, there was briefly a show of short audio plays, two of them on the PMRP website. It was called PM, where we did Renee Johnson's adaptation of The Voyage of Demeter for Dracula, and then a play written by Paul Dworkin and directed by Heidi Clark that Rob was in Switches with Michael McAfee, and Heidi was also in it. And it was just, it's a nice little play. I actually enjoyed working on it. I still think it's one of the nicest, like, smooth recording experiences and post-production experiences that I've had. They're fun. You should go, people should go listen to them.
They are still on the website. It was very happy to see them when I was doing my research earlier. And then you mentioned After Dark, which leads into an honor, but
right. Yeah, that's again later.
I mean, I'll have to perhaps feature some of those PMs on the podcast at some point.
If you do a show that includes short ones, like I see you've been using some of the Campfire Tales pieces. If you could dedicate a show to shorts, that would be a great place. But
We'll have more with Neil and Rob after our feature presentation. From 2005, the very first PMRP performance, Arch Obler's Chickenheart.
Ironized Yeast presents
Lights Out, everybody. It is later than you think. This is Arch Obler, bringing you another in our series of Stories of the Unusual. And once again, we caution you. These lights out stories are definitely not for the timid soul. So we tell you calmly and very sincerely, if you frighten easily, turn off your radios now. I've been thinking a lot lately about modern medicine and some of the miraculous breakthroughs we've had over the last few years. Insulin, the electron microscope, anesthetics, the iron lung. It's clear these achievements are good for mankind, but I worry sometimes that maybe we're moving a little too quickly. And that's when I start to think about things like, well, before we get into that, here's Frank Martin with a question.
Are you too tired to work? Too nervous to sleep? Too thin and run down to make friends or keep them? No wonder you're discouraged. But cheer up. Maybe like thousands of other Americans nowadays, you simply need more vitamin B and iron. If so, try ironized yeast tablets. They're a cinch to take, cost but a few pennies a day, and do they help? Today, thousands used to suffer vitamin B and iron shortage. Tell how quickly ironized yeast helped them gain glorious new strength and pep and pounds. How today they really enjoy life. Friends, did you get that name? It's ironized yeast tablets.
Do you remember, some time ago in an Eastern scientific institution, they kept a piece of heart alive for weeks on end? Well, I got to thinking, what if that heart began to grow? And grow, and grow, and grow.
Women. I tell you, they make me sick like I have never been sick before.
Well, I take it then, Dr. Alberts, that you aren't looking forward with a great deal of pleasure to the annual visit of the wives of our dear trustees?
Every year I get a headache. Every year it is the same thing. Those women, why must they come here disrupting our work? Excuse me, please.
Oh, of course.
Hello? Yes, this is Dr. Alberts. What? Sandwiches? Sandwiches for what? Is this a research laboratory or a restaurant? Oh, all right. Order the sandwiches. Maybe if they eat, they go away faster. Yes, I leave everything to you. Goodbye. Sandwiches.
For some reason, your annual tour of inspection always gives the ladies an appetite. Isn't that true?
Oh, I tell you, it makes me sick. They look in the test tubes. Do they understand what is in them? No, but every year they come. Every year the same foolish questions. Every year the same waste of time. The wives of the trustees, they should stay at home. Now then, what were we discussing?
The end of the world.
Ah, yes, that article on the end of the world.
You were saying that it is your belief that the rotation of the Earth would gradually slow down until someday the Earth would stop entirely?
Yes, and when that day comes, it will mean the end of all human life. Inevitably, 6 months of unbelievable cold, and then 6 months of unbelievable heat. Finished. Everything.
But why, Doctor? I mean, why should the Earth stop rotating? It whirls in a frictionless vacuum, doesn't it?
Yes, but there are influences which drag it back, particularly the tides of the oceans. Eventually, just as the moon's revolutions have stopped, so will the Earth. And then, for man, calamity. Of course, that will all happen, maybe 2,000 million years from now.
Oh, well, that's a relief. 2,000 million years gives me time yet to clean up a few loose ends.
Oh, I don't know why I waste time with you. You are like the other reporters. Nothing but wisecracks and foolishness.
Oh, no, Dr. Alberts. I didn't mean to.
It is all right. I need more wisecracks in my life. You are a fine young man, Lewis. You have never distorted what I have told you to make sensationalism for the headlines like most of the other newspapermen have. You have always been honest with me, and I like you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Now then, for this symposium of what scientists predict for the end of mankind, you might also say that I predict that the end for mankind will come with the cessation of the Earth's rotation, because at that time, one side of the Earth will always be hidden from the sun, and consequently will be covered with an ice cap hundreds of miles thick. On the other hand, the side that always faces the sun will be heated to a point where everything will be burnt down to a great desert of red-hot sand and rocks.
Well.
But that is not all. Between the hot and cold sides of the Earth, there will be a sort of twilight zone, not affected by the direct blasting heat of the sun. But if you think future man could live in this section, think again. Life would be impossible. Great tearing hurricanes moving hundreds of miles an hour will rear, never stopping from the sunny side of the world to the cold side, until finally, after hundreds of years, the air itself is frozen up, and there can be no more winds.
Say, that's quite a picture.
You can quote me as saying further that of only one thing in the future Leon Alberts is absolutely positive of, and that is that the end of the world from mankind's standpoint will not occur until at least 2,000 millions of years have passed, and that when the catastrophe does occur... Excuse me, please. Come in.
Beg your pardon, Dr. Alberts.
Yes, what is it?
The ladies, sir. The trustees' wives, sir.
Well?
They want you to show them the mechanical heart, sir.
Mechanical heart? I knew it! Mr. Lewis, why is it the minute a visitor comes into the Institute, right away the first thing they must see is the mechanical heart?
Well, after all, the idea of a heart beating away and having life outside of a body is rather intriguing.
Yes, but this is an institute of research, not a sideshow.
Shall I tell the ladies you won't?
Who says that I won't? Come along, Mr. Lewis. You will see me in my annual role as, what's the phrase? Sideshow Barker. Come along.
All right, if you'll give me the rest of my article on the end of the world as soon as you're through.
The end of the world? What does that matter when the wives of the trustees want to be entertained? Oh, women. They make me sick. They make me sick like I have never been sick before.
Oh, I do think it's the most exciting thing.
I just love the way Dr. Alberts wears his hair. I simply love it.
A mechanical heart.
I think it's simply marvelous what modern science is doing, even if I don't understand a thing about it. Not a single thing.
You hear them, Lewis. Was it for this that the first organism that was eventually to become man struggled its way out of the Proterozoic slime 800 million years ago?
Wish I could help you out, Doctor.
Here we are, Dr. Alberts. All ready. The ladies are simply dying to hear your masterly exposition on the artificial heart, or whatever you call it. Oh, this gentleman. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
This is Mr. Lewis, with one of the newspapers.
A reporter! How interesting. I'm Mrs. John C. Hallop, H-A-L-O-P.
If you please, in here.
Oh, of course. This way, ladies. The dear doctor is ready for us.
Oh my, isn't everything neat and clean?
Look at all the bottles, just like my own pantry.
Where's the heart? I don't see any heart.
Yeah, where's the heart?
Quiet, ladies. Quiet, please, if you please.
This table here, if you will step this way.
I don't see any heart.
Nothing but tubes and glassware.
Where's the heart?
Please show us the heart.
Yes, Dr. Alberts. Where is the heart? You're not going to disappoint us, are you, dear doctor?
So, now I can explain. If you will step closer and look where I point, you will see inside of this quartz container is the isolated, extirpated chicken heart.
Oh, I see it now.
Where? Right in there, isn't it? Fascinating. Amazing.
My goodness, it really looks like a chicken heart.
And that is what it is. The chicken to whom this heart was a vital organ has been dead already for 17 months, but here in this apparatus, a modification of the robot heart developed by Lindbergh and Carroll, this heart has gone on an independent existence, beating away as if it were still a part of a living fowl.
Can you imagine that?
All things. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Through these tubes, as you can see, a constant stream of liquid is flowing to and from the heart. This liquid is called Hartmann solution and stimulates tissue fluid.
You mean it artificially replaces the bloodstream?
Yes, the blood. The solution replaces the blood.
But doctor, what keeps that artificial blood circulating?
I will show you. Here, in this case. I open it. You see?
Why, it's a tiny electrically driven pump.
Yes, what we call a synchronized alternating pump. It drives the life fluid through the heart at 60 beats per minute, and so the heart lives on and on, though the body it came from is long dead.
But, Doctor, you don't mean that this chicken heart can go on living forever?
As long as we keep the serum that is circulating through it fresh and at the proper temperature, there is no reason why this heart cannot outlive 1,000 generations of all of us. In fact, if an apparatus such as this had existed in the days of, say, Napoleon, we might today stand and watch the heart of the Frenchman beating away as it did 168 years ago.
Imagine that. Napoleon's heart.
168 years?
But dear Dr. Alberts, that chicken heart isn't really living and beating in there, is it?
Most definitely. I will put the stethoscope against the chamber. You will hear. So, now listen. So, now you have heard it.
Oh, I did indeed. Absolutely breathtaking.
Let me listen, Dr. Alberts. I want to hear it too.
No, me first. Let me hear it beat first.
No, ladies, please. One at a time.
Me, Dr. Alberts!
No, do not push.
I want to hear it again.
The apparatus, you will please be careful.
I asked first.
Ladies, please. The instruments, they are delicate.
Oh, please!
You will break. Look out!
Good grief.
Broken. The experiment. Ruined.
Oh, well, Dr. Alberts, we didn't mean... That is, speaking for the ladies, we didn't mean to harm anything.
Get out of here.
But Doctor...
Get out of here, all of you. Get out. You have ruined months of work, you silly women. You months of work. Oh, see, the apparatus broken. The heart stopped. Everything ruined. I don't care if you are trustees' wives. Get out, you women. Get out. Get out. Well?
Mr. Lewis, to see you, Doctor.
Lewis? All right, send him in. Send him in.
Yes, Doctor.
Good morning, Dr. Alberts.
Well, what is it?
It's about that symposium, Doctor. I've got to get the rest of the material.
Symposium?
Don't you remember? Last Friday. Your discussion on the end of the world for that Sunday feature story we're running. You remember we were, interrupted?
Yes, I remember it only too well. Those women.
I've been thinking about it over the weekend. I mean, I've been wondering whether or not you were able to salvage anything.
Salvage? You think with so delicate an experiment as with a living heart there could be salvage? No, the experiment is ruined.
It was unfortunate, wasn't it?
Ah, it was a lesson. Hereafter, as long as I am head of this institute, there will be no more sightseers to the laboratory. This is a place of scientific work, not a sideshow. This is a place of...
Dr. Alberts, Dr. Alberts.
What? What's the matter?
Oh, Dr. Alberts, come quickly, quickly.
Quickly where? What's the matter with you, young man? Is there a fire or something?
It's...
Speak up. It's what?
You remember you sent me to clean up that mess those women left?
Well?
I can't open the door. I just can't.
If you cannot open the door, why bother me? Call the janitor. What's the matter with you?
No, Dr. Alberts, you've got to come with me. It's something else. Something terrible.
Terrible? What are you talking about?
I don't know what it is, sir, but the corridor's full of the odor of it. And you can hear it. You can hear it through the door. Oh, come, Dr. Alberts, please see for yourself.
Is everyone going crazy around here? You hear what I have to put up with, Mr. Lewis? The door to the laboratory is stuck, so this man goes crazy.
But Dr. Alberts...
All right, I'll go with you. Come along, Lewis. Maybe in between acting as nursemaid to crazy women and crazy laboratory assistants, maybe I can give you the rest of the article on the end of the world. Come along.
Do you smell it, Dr. Alberts? Do you smell it?
I don't know. You, Mr. Lewis?
There is a peculiar odor in here, isn't there?
There is a simple explanation for that. The women last Friday, they knocked over the table and the chemicals. I am so disgusted, like you said, I drove them out and locked the door. Well, here we are. So open the door, young man.
But I can't, sir. There's something holding the door back. See, it's something soft, yielding, something living.
What?
I'm not crazy, sir. Listen. Put your ear against the door and listen.
By golly,
Please, sir, listen.
Yes, I'll listen. Lewis, listen! Your ear, close to the door.
By golly.
Lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub.
Yes, Dr. Alberts. What in heaven's name? What's back there?
Come away from the door.
What is it, Doc?
Hand me that fire axe off the wall.
Yes, sir.
It sounded like some sort of pump, didn't it, sir?
What?
I said it sounded like a pump of some sort, didn't it?
Yes, a pump.
The axe, sir. Shall I break down the door?
No, you fool. The hinges. Knock the pin out and the door will fall open. Here, let me.
Yes, sir.
There. Now the other one. So, now stand to one side.
What are you going to do?
The edge of the axe in here. Without the hinges, the door will fall open. One side. So, here it comes. Stand back.
Dr. Alberts!
God in heaven.
Doctor, that huge piece of flesh on the floor. Where did it come from? Where?
Listen to it, Doctor. Listen. Pulsing.
Doctor, it is flesh, isn't it? It is flesh.
Yes, it is flesh.
A living mass of meat as large as a chair. What is it, Doctor? What is it?
It cannot be. And yet it is. Flesh. Pulsing. It is the Chickenheart.
But Dr. Alberts, be reasonable, sir. At least let me release the story to my own paper. I won't color the news. I'll just tell what happened.
And do we know what happened?
Why, certainly. That apparatus, robo-heart, or whatever you want to call it, was accidentally smashed. And over the weekend, in some miraculous manner, that little chicken heart, no larger than my thumbnail, grew into a mass of pulsing flesh 1,000 times its original size.
Miraculously grew, you say? But in science there are no miracles. I want to know why it grew. Why?
But let me put the story on the wire, Dr. Alberts. We've been friends. I've never presumed on that friendship, but now, I tell you, it's a story that'll...
No, wait! Here is a possibility.
What?
When those women knocked over the apparatus, it fell against that rack of chemicals. Is it not possible that some unknown combination of those reagents acting upon the tissue resulted in what you choose to call a miracle? The super growth of this heart, this independent existence of an organ outside its own bodily environment?
Wait a minute. You mean you think that some of those chemicals that might have fallen on the heart caused it to grow and keep on living without a bloodstream?
Yes, it is the only possibility. But there must be no newspaper publicity, my friend. I must have time, peace, quiet to analyze, investigate. If I can discover the secret of this independent existence, it may be in my power to do wonders for medical science that...
Wait, Dr. Alberts. What's that noise?
What?
Dr. Alberts, come quickly!
What's wrong?
The heart! The heart!
Yes, the heart?
It's feeding!
Feeding?
No, that is not possible.
Come on, see for yourself.
It is not possible, I tell you. It is not possible. Quiet, everybody, quiet now. Stand away from the door. Now then, one of you, you, Dr. Atkins, what is the matter?
I am not quite sure, Doctor. I was standing at the doorway here, discussing this with one of the other men of the staff, when suddenly, out of the mass of flesh, a long tentacle of protoplasm thrust itself upward.
You mean out of the heart?
With my own eyes, I saw it. It moved out until it reached that case of white mice there, and then it wrapped itself around one of the mice.
Go on.
The tentacle retracted itself, and the mass of flesh engulfed the mouse. The moment the mouse disappeared into the tissue, the appearance of the entire mass changed completely. Look, Dr. Alberts, look for yourself.
Yes, I see. The color is changing. Reddish gray.
Look, Dr. Alberts, the edges. The thing is crawling.
No, it is not crawling. See, it is growing. Growing. Good heavens, what was that?
One of the stenographers fainted.
Take her away. Everyone stand back.
Dr. Alberts, what do we do? It's already twice the size it was.
Unbelievable. Hyperplasia of tissues at so rapid a rate. It cannot be.
But how can it grow like that, Dr. Alberts? Just a mass of flesh? What is it growing on? What?
Look, from the center of it.
It is a tentacle of flesh, like before.
Yes, I see. A pseudopod, like from a simple organism. Reaching out.
What is it reaching for?
Groping along the floor. Dr. Atkins, stand back. It might. Atkins, look out!
Oh my God, it's got me! Oh,
Dr. Atkins! Do something, somebody! It's pulling Dr. Atkins back toward it.
The axe! Where's that axe?
No, Lewis, don't go near it!
It's crawling around Dr. Atkins!
It sucked him in.
Look out! Another one! Another tentacle!
Run for your lives! Run!
What's going on in there?
Stand back, you people!
Stand back!
Must be a fire. Maybe they're raiding the place.
Mr. Rosen, what's going on over there?
Well, ask me, I should know.
Maybe there's a fire.
Fire, schmire, ask me, I don't know. What, I'm information or something? All I know is I look out my store window and all at once there's crowds all over the place. Fire, murder, ask me, I don't know.
Officer! Officer! What's going on in there? What's going on in there, officer?
Don't ask me, lady. Don't ask me now. Keep moving, everybody. Keep moving.
But officer, I insist! You simply must tell me what's going on in there. I insist!
Okay, lady, then insist. But stay back at these lines while you're insisting.
How dare you speak to me in that tone of voice? There's murder going on in that place. I know as sure as I'm standing here. Research Institute. It's a house of murder, that's what it is. I've always known it was. Vivisection and torture. Crime against
Hello? Hello? Give me Mr. Regan. Hello, Chief? This is Lewis. Listen, get me a right now. The thing's still growing. No, Chief, I tell you the truth. They got squads surrounding the building, and nobody seems to know what to do. It's growing so fast, there doesn't seem to be any way to stop it. I tell you, I saw it with my own eyes. The corridor's choked with living, crawling flesh. No, I'm not drunk. I'm telling you the truth. That little piece of flesh has grown until now it's jamming the building with flesh, all inside the space of an hour. You've got to believe me, Chief. It's the greatest news story of the generation, and here you argue with me. I tell you it's the truth, Chief. You've got to believe me.
What, Captain, you must believe me. I tell you, the only hope is to burn the building to the ground at once.
Now, wait a minute, Doc. Wait a minute. Take it easy.
I tell you, burn it to the ground. It is the only hope. Believe me, it is. That tissue is undergoing constant mitosis. It is proliferating so rapidly that it has choked the building with living flesh. Burn, I tell you, burn!
Now take it easy, I tell you. Take it easy. I sent in a call for the chief. He'll be here any minute. All this don't make sense. I tell you it don't.
You dumb fool. There's no time to waste.
Now, wait a minute.
There is no minute. There is no second. The thing must be destroyed now while it is confined. Oh, don't you understand? For some reason I cannot even imagine, this tissue is doubling in size every hour. Do you know what that means, you dumb fool, you? In another hour, it will be twice the size it is now, and long before that, it will break open the building with the force of its pressure.
Eh? What's that?
Yes, pressure of the growing flesh will thrust the building aside as if it were paper, and then it will be free in the street. You hear me? Free in the street! And then the pseudopods, those tentacles of protoplasm stretching out. It lives on human flesh, you hear me? On flesh! That building must be burned and the crowds must be kept back. Further back, I tell you. Further back or else.
What's that? What?
The building! See the walls cracking? I warned you! I warned you!
Get back! Everybody get back! Everybody get
I tried to warn them. But now it is too late. Too late. The heart is free.
Mr. Mayor, I demand to be heard.
Listen to me, you man.
We've got to keep our heads.
Moving massive flesh.
We've got to do something.
Ladies, gentlemen, come to order, please, gentlemen. As mayor of this city, no one realizes more than I do the necessity of immediate action in curbing this unspeakable, unbelievable calamity which has befallen us, and I assure you that—
Cut the speeches, Mac. That blasted thing is spreading like a forest fire. It sucked in 50 people already. Call the governor. Get the National Guard out!
Yeah, that's right.
Call the governor.
No, let's not be hasty.
The National Guard!
No, wait. The mayor's right.
No, wait, gentlemen. If you please, ladies, listen to me. Listen to what I have to say.
Who is he?
What does he want?
Please, gentlemen, just a word. A word.
Wait, people, wait! It's Dr. Alberts of the Research Institute. Let him speak. Step up here, Doctor.
Good people, listen to me. It was in my institute this horror began, and if you give me the chance, maybe I can stop it.
What is it, Doctor? Tell us first what the monster really is.
Yes, I will tell you. That great, ever-growing mass of flesh, it is, or it was, a Chickenheart.
Chickenheart? Are you crazy, man?
Chickenheart? He's nuts.
Chickenheart a block square.
Crazy. Throw him out.
Chickenheart? Throw him out.
Yes, Chickenheart, I tell you, Chickenheart. Oh, listen to me, you fools, listen.
This is madness.
I tell you that mass of flesh was a Chickenheart, the tissue of which, for some reason, a mystery of science, is undergoing constant, rapid, accelerating growth. With each passing hour, its growth is doubling. Do you know what that means, you fools? If it is now 1 block in size, within 30 hours, that cannibal flesh will have increased in size to 1 square block to the 30th power. In 30 hours, every inch of this whole city will be crushed under that moving flesh. Within 60 hours, it will have covered the entire state. Within 2 weeks, the entire United States. You ask for the National Guard. I say call out the entire United States Army. Blast this thing off the earth. Bombs, artillery. It is the only way, ladies and gentlemen. It is the only way to save the earth.
All ready, Chief. Pumpers are ready. All hoses coupled up. We'll flood the thing with water from all angles.
All right, here's the signal. Open them up, full blast!
Chief, look out! The flesh! It's reaching!
Oh, we got it!
The fools! What good is water? I told them! The only hope is bombs! Artillery!
Mobilization orders. All National Guardsmen, report to your armories. All National Guardsmen, report to your armories. General mobilization orders.
Battery in position, sir.
Commence firing on the hour.
Yes, sir.
20. 15. 10. 5. 0. Commence firing.
Fire!
Useless! It has grown too large, and it grows too quickly. The flesh is already engulfing the guns. They came too late. Too late!
You all right now, Dr. Alberts?
Yes, I am all right, Mr. Lewis, all right.
Well, I sure am glad I located you. I stalled as long as I could. Another 10 minutes, and we couldn't have taken off. That blasted protoplasm, or whatever it is, was sucking at the wheels by the time we left the ground.
Yes, I saw.
5,000 feet. Well, we'll cruise around up here for a few minutes, and then head west.
It will do no good.
Huh?
I have told you, like I have told so many. The flesh below, it grows like a mathematical progression. Faster, faster, greater, greater, there is no hope.
Well, in the name of all that's rational, Doctor, you don't mean it'll go on and on until...
Until there is no place more to go. in the Institute when it was small. Then there was hope. Fire would have killed it, but now what can man do? It is like telling the sea to go back.
You can't mean it. It must stop growing sometime. It must.
Look at it down there. A gray blanket of evil covering everything. No hope, I tell you. None. See how the roads are black with men and women and their children running for their lives? See how the protoplasmic gray reaches out and engulfs them? See how...
Stop it! Stop talking like that! I've had all I can stand of horror. We'll get away, I tell you. We'll get away. The government, they'll send bombing planes and blast it off the Earth. Yes, that's it. Bombing planes. Poison gas.
No hope. It will be the same as bombing the ocean. The flesh will go on and on. It is too late.
No, I tell you, no!
The little men down there did not believe their doom either until it engulfed them. Oh, listen to me, Lewis. You remember only a handful of days ago you asked me my prophecy of the end of the Earth? You remember my answer? Ah, such a scholarly prophecy. Cessation of Earth rotation. Mighty sounding astronomical theories, but now this is reality, Lewis. The end has come for humanity. Not in the glory of interstellar combustion, not in the peace of white cold silence, but with that creeping, grasping flesh below us. It is a joke, eh, Lewis? A great joke? The joke of the cosmos. The end of mankind because of a chicken's heart.
No, we won't die. I can't die. I'll find a safe landing somewhere. I'll find a place where... The motor. It's cut out. We're in a spin. I can't get out of it.
I told you, doomed.
No!
All mankind doomed, and we with them.
No! We're falling right into it. Into the heart.
You have been listening to Chickenheart, a recreation of Arch Obler's classic Lost episode from the Lights Out series, performed by the Post Meridian Radio Players. Featured in our cast were Rob Noyes as Dr. Alberts, Michael McAfee as Mr. Lewis, Matt McIrvin as the lab assistant and the fireman, Jennifer Pelland as Mrs. Hallop and the busybody woman, Renee Johnson as the secretary, Dante Blando as Dr. Atkins and the civil defense radio announcer, Masha Sten Clanton as Sam, Alex Feynman as Mr. Rosen, the mayor and the fire chief, Jason McIntosh as the street cop and the army lieutenant, Tom Arena as the police captain, James Kaibo Perry as Frank Martin and the army captain, and Neil Marsh as Arch Obler. Additional voices were provided by Samantha Wilkinson and Rennie Boy. Our Foley Effects team featured the talents of Krista Kalb, Rebecca Dogert, and Tom Arena. Chickenheart was recorded and engineered by Darren Ottavani at the Moon Tower Recording Studio in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Chickenheart was produced and directed by Neil Marsh.
Here now again are Neil Marsh and Rob Noyes on the origins of PMRP. All right, we've kind of covered the next two topics, which was why focus on audio drama, and that's really just because we all love them.
To some degree, I grew up with it. My brother had a record player, and I don't know where they came from, but we had there were a couple of LPs of Inner Sanctum episodes, and we started listening to those, and that's where I became fascinated, and then the Chickenheart skit just accelerated it.
Rob and I grew up in the same town, and I used to trade audio tapes with the comic book shop.
Yep.
Of various Shadow episodes or things like that.
Cool.
I was a big fan of the Shadow, and of course Sherlock Holmes. Although I think my personal introduction to audio drama was the Star Wars play that played on NPR.
Yes. NPR outlet. Oh my God.
Oh,
That
that's
was the first I
amazing.
remember. I grew up with a Star Wars serial. Grew up with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Of course, that was the big one.
I remember the time I got for my birthday or something. I got the production scripts, 2-volume.
Yes.
And it blew my mind, and it showed me, how to create these worlds, and how much you could just suggest with a few words, even, and a decently delivered line. Then I got Firesign Theater.
Of course.
out of the Jones Library.
Did you really? Oh man.
Yeah. So there's parts of them, where there's scratches, and the scratches are, ingrained into my memory. And if I hear it like an MP3 or something, a clean copy, it sounds different to me.
Yeah. It sounds wrong.
There's a line that I don't remember.
There was Firesign Theater, and then there was the two guys.
Barnes and Barnes?
No. These were older. These were from the 60s, I think.
Well, Bob and Ray.
Bob and Ray, I think, yeah.
Bob and Ray were I found them far later, but they are amazing. They were out of Boston. Ray Golding and Bob Elliott. Bob Elliott is the father of Chris Elliott, Abby. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So, good comedy pedigree. I hope that's right. I was right. And they were improv. They worked so well together because they could just, sit there and go, all right, and here's a man who's been, on the farm for 45 years and never stepped off. And next thing you know, you've got a comedy routine.
And then, of course, there was Blake Wobegon.
Oh, Garrison Keillor.
Garrison Keillor.
Yeah. Keillor was like, he was one of the neo old-time radio folks. He started the 80s trend, I think, of bringing audio comedy.
You did a tribute to them in Dance of the Duplicates with the commercial with the narrator, or the
Oh, that's right.
people to talk about that.
I think McAfee wrote that. Michael wrote that.
Really? Okay.
But it's the Bebop or Rhubarb Pie parody, where everything just keeps piling on top of that until what could be better? What could be good? Anyway.
We'll have more with Neil and Rob in future episodes. In 2 weeks, it's our season finale. With the Arsène Lupin classic, Sherlock Holmes Arrives Too Late. If you like what you hear, you can check out more about the PMRP, including upcoming performances and auditions, at their website, pmrp.org, or their Bandcamp store, pmrp.bandcamp.com. Every purchase helps to support the PMRP. And please, support this podcast by giving us a review or recommend it to your friends. Until next time, this is Jeremy Holstein. Good night.
This has been a production of the Post Meridian Radio Players, copyright 2025. All rights reserved. For more information about our group, please visit www.pmrp.org.